I want to work in a factory again. Yeah, I'm in South Carolina. The little shops downtown stay hiring. If you know anyone specifically, I'm not downtown Greenville. I'm in the upstate, but I'm not downtown Greenville. I'm being I'm being a little bit more private this time around. Internet doesn't need to know every little detail of every little thing that I'm doing, you know. I hope you guys have a great day. Yeah. I have an idea. My ex went to Alaska to work on the fishing boats. It changed his life. I watched this movie, and it was about a young man, okay, recently. And he was a Harvard student, college graduate, or got accepted to go to Harvard, right? And got some money and had supportive family. And he decided that he was going to tear apart his Social Security card and throw away all his money and completely abandon his entire life. And he was going to travel the United States on foot. And his ultimate goal was to make it to Alaska and just be out in the wild. In Alaska, being a super tramp. Who's seen this movie? Sad fucking movie. That is a sad movie. Part of the reason why I didn't stay in LA. I watched it. Part of the reason why I didn't stay in LA is because of that movie. Because I related to that movie so much, minus the good family at home and all of the opportunities and the person that the movie is based off of, he could have had any life that he wanted. He wasn't an addict. He was just an awesome person. The person that the movie was based off of was an awesome person. Burn all his money. Yeah. And he just woke up every day and just walked. And so when I lived in New Orleans, that's what life was like. You wake up, have a drink or two or whatever it is that you're doing. And you just find the coolest group of strangers that seemed approachable and you hang out with them. When you live in these big cities, all these tourists and stuff, it's hard to see the same people every single day. So anyways, in the movie, he keeps getting all these opportunities at stability and there's the girl from the Twilight movie and she takes an interest in him and they're on this reserve together or something. Excuse me. Sorry. Oops. Excuse me. So anyways, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much. Jessica King, thank you so much for being here. The Twilight girl, what is her name? She is taking an interest in Mr. Supertramp. And he is I'm good on that. You are very attractive and you are very into me, but I am going to Alaska. Okay? I'm going to Alaska and I get it. You guys, you want to, yes, Bella. Thank you, Jessica. You want to have this cool life and our kids to have these great genetics and, it's going to be a great time and all that. But I need to go forage for berries and moose and literally barely survive in Alaska because society, right? Because fuck society, because I'm going to make a statement. All right. And it's going to be awesome. And it wasn't awesome. All right. So I've drawn on enough. It wasn't awesome. He made it to Alaska. It was the loneliest. It was the most, from the moment that he arrived, out into that, like out that far away, like I was like, dude, I was like, this is fucking stupid. I hate this movie. I was like, he's not going to make it, you know? I was like, he's not going to make it. And then he like gets out there and he's like fishing and like, cause he's met all these awesome people that have been like, hey dude, you don't have to go to a lot. He met an older man, right? And the older man wasn't even on any weird stuff. Like, you know, sometimes when you're out in the wild, you might meet an older man that takes an interest in you, and maybe his interest isn't as innocent as he would like to lead you to believe. But I truly believe that this older man's interest in Mr. Supertramp was genuine, because he knew, like, you don't have to go up there. You know, I don't have any immediate family. I have this property here. I'm in my 80s. You know, you got your whole life ahead of you, son. Why don't you just stay here with me and spend some time with me? We're going to keep carving in this soft leather and making safe memories, right, until I pass, and all of this will be yours. But you still want to go to Alaska with a machete and a tent and a plastic water jug and no plan, you know? Rather than love, than money, than fame, give me truth. Now, that's an extremist view. I mean, I get it. I see it. It's respectable. It's noble. I absolutely would fold. I absolutely would fold. I would fold, bro. I would fold. I would in the last 10 minutes. Left to my own devices, man. I'm weak. You know, I'm too needy for people. I need too much, as far as attention, as far as interaction, validation, whatever, you know? Yeah, I'm in the 864. I remember every person, believe it or not. Just because I don't respond to all of the comments that I see that I'm in a good chat right now. There's some cool people. So let me acknowledge everybody real quick. Hold on. It's looking pretty cool today. Reed, what's up? You read the book. That's really cool, man. Hannah, hey. Christina, Lily, hey, you read the book. Nikki Nicole read the book. I love you, bro. Blueberry, love you, bro, too. What's up, guys? Will you ever go? What would be the point of me going back to Graceland? You know? I'm glad to hear that, you know, some changes have been made over there. Some changes have been made over there. I don't think so. So I need to start working. Who needs a young man to do what he's told? Who has a small business in the upstate who can't find any good help? You know, you got some young men on your crew and maybe they're not making the best choices, and you know, maybe they're not as dependable as you. The network, here comes the trolls. Look. Hold on. I'm on Indeed. Yeah. What's up, Chris? I like warehouse work and factory work, but if I found a person that would let me just be a laborer for them, then, I would do the outside work too. Thank you for the haircut. It is networking. It is networking. It took you guys forever to get here today. It took trolls forever to get here today. I feel okay. Doug was pretty upset. Can't. He's having a hard time. He's having a hard time coping with the new. Thank you so much, Jessica King. Thank you. He's having a hard time coping with the monetization policies, the new monetization policies, because people are having a hard time monetizing Lisa Richards content. Yeah, TikTok is starting to catch on that people are making a Birkin bag off of bullying and harassing people, which could lead to all sorts of horrible things, as we've seen, right? So I think they're getting a little bit stricter with some of that stuff. And cool. That's not what I base my platform off of, bullying people and harassing people and doxing people and getting people fired from jobs and getting people kicked out of apartments and getting people arrested and all of the things that you guys love to see in today's TikTok world, And so I'm trying to figure out how to navigate my way away from all of the toxic parts of this whole experience, because I've learned how to protect myself and I've learned how to see the signs when it's time to take a step back and maybe do something else for a little while. You guys wouldn't believe some of the messages that are in my inbox threatening me, people that I've never met before, never seen before, never knew that they existed. And it's alarming to say the least. So I've had to look inward and see what is it that I'm doing wrong that would invite that kind of energy, right? So I stepped away for 6 months and I let other people talk to you guys while I worked on myself, and I came back and it still wasn't enough. So I'm not going to fucking sit here and stress myself out. As long as I'm not being a crash dummy or making poor choices, I'm just going to chill here and the right people will be here that I'm supposed to interact with and meet. And, dude, California taught me something. New Orleans taught me something too. Hold on one second, guys. All right. Cool. So, fresh start. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. All right, well, let's just see. Let's just look. All right, chat. All right, I took sub off. Let's just see what they say. Just to see how they act. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. What's up, Freddie? What's up? Ooh, I know who that person is. There's one of my ex-girlfriends in the chat, and she's not supposed to be here. There's one of my ex-girlfriends in the chat, and she's not supposed to be here. Girl, get out of here. I can't believe she's in here right now. They told on you. They told on you, Crimson. Crimson, they told on you. Why are you in my chat right now? I don't talk about you. I don't mention you. I avoid you at all costs. Yes. I wish it would have worked out. I do. Like, I don't hate you. I hate that. Everything. I hate that. I would have much preferred that our situation worked out than what happened afterwards. I hate that it happened the way that it happened. All of this social media shit is so stupid. It could have been cool for us, and people made it so toxic. And I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, you know? At the end of the day, I think you're a really cool person, and I thought you were really beautiful. To be honest, I really did. I'm not going to say your real name because everybody in the chat knows who you actually are, but can you please just, like, stop trying to, like, send the masses at me? Can you let me breathe? Okay, I just want a normal life. I just want a normal life now. Yeah, there was like 10 messages in my inbox saying, yo, be careful, that Crimson person in your chat is your ex, and you know exactly which one. Go play. Anyways. Tony. I'll deal with the harassment to get to the good people. Who can guess who this is? Devour little pieces of my heart when you need them. Tear it out now while it's beating. Wanna watch it bleed out with no feeling. To keep sweet, to keep safe. In a heat wave. Wanna tear it out now when it's beating. Wanna watch it bleed out with no feeling. So suddenly it feels like I woke from a dream. And everything that happened to me just has been through like a storm. Send me passionless in a passive life. It's hard on just poor, just poor. Devour little pieces
of my heart underneath it. One of my favorite bands right now. Divided into pieces, my heart, when you need them. So it keeps me to keep safe in a heat wave. Now when it's beating, I wanna watch it bleed out in the feeling. Keep sweet. What's that song about? Happy birthday, Harlequin doll. Happy birthday, Harlequin doll. I went to your page last night. I think you're an awesome person. Hold your breath for someone I'll never be. Out of my depth, you got me dreaming, but I know how deep it goes. Turn my tears into a tsunami sea. Moat you us down to the bottom where I know how deep it goes. Hours. Could I hear for hours? It's little, but all of this detail in the Ganesh that I have by my armpit really hurt. I'm thinking about getting covered in tattoos, to be honest. I'm thinking about letting my artist, Casey Williams, I'm thinking about letting him just like cover me from like the jawline down. Depends. I might, well, it depends. I just don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do with my life or what I want to be or anything. I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I like tattoos, but I also like fitness. Pure support through fitness. Trying my best to feel better. Life's getting better. What's up, Fiction Fox? I remember you. Patrick's got me blocked. I was going to do an interview. With my friend, and I let myself get locked in a hotel room for a month with my ex. I was going to come right home, and I was talking with Jumpsuit Pablo, and I got fucking scared, and I got anxious, and I got involved with my ex-girlfriend in that room, and I couldn't leave. I wanted to go and talk to Jumpsuit so bad, but fear dominated my decisions. Fear has been dominating my decisions for the past, I don't even know how long at this point. Graceland was a really bad experience for me. Because I'm gonna explain to you why. Because when I'm in a state of acceptance that my life isn't going to get better, and that I just have to cope with what is going on, and that there's no way out, it's easier to thrive in that environment and continue to move in a way that leads towards comfort in my survival. But now telling me that I have to jump through all these hurdles and go through all of this unnecessary shit to get to a bearable life. The reason why you're getting sober is to improve the quality of your life. That is it. You are going through a sober living. You're going through all of these fucking things because your life is unmanageable because of the consequences of your decisions that you made while you were in your addiction. All right, now you're sober. Now it's time to focus on how do we not repeat that same mistake again? How do we have a better life without drugs and alcohol? And how do we not ever get back to that rock bottom place again? That's not what's happening over there. All right. Like, this isn't a bash Graceland chat, but that's what I wanted to be happening over there. People were going over there. They're finding it doesn't matter what the fuck they're doing. That doesn't matter. What I wanted to be doing is what I thought I was doing there. And none of it. You need to build a life that's worth not using over. You have to have a reason to wake up in the morning and say, I'm good enough to not put poison in my body. My life, my experience today is enough for me to not have to tincture with it with chemicals. That's all I'm trying to do. I need a community of people that don't want to poison themselves. So that way I can be around people, that I can be a person that doesn't want to poison himself. So that way I'm never going to be poison to someone else. Dude, recovery is so much more than just not using.
I'm disgusted. Like, I actually want... You're going to sit there and write words while these people go out on vacation and live their best life, party. Who knows if they're sober? Who cares if they're sober? It's not what's important. You know, they're out enjoying their best life experience while you're sitting there doing what, bro, please don't fall for it. Please don't send your children there, dude. I hope I'm being screen recorded. Like, bro, I'm going to have a karmic debt to pay. I'm going to get bad karma if I fucking sit here and act like that isn't fucking awful, dude. Please, dude. It's unavoidable. If you want to send your child or your spouse or your fucking person that you care about that is suffering to boarding school or to military school or to reform school, allow the United States government to do it. Don't allow Patrick Rich to do it. I'm just saying, there's no need for you to run your insurance up thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Dude, the West Coast has got my head fucked up, man. And you know what we do on the East Coast when you want to go into recovery? There aren't any treatment centers in South Carolina. There's no such thing as a treatment center in South Carolina. They have the Phoenix Center. You go to the Phoenix Center, you're probably going to be court ordered, you're going to take some urine analyses, and then you're going to probably go to Sober Living America, Solutions, or one of the main names, and they're going to put you to work, and you're going to pay program fees, and you're going to go to meetings, and you're going to get a sponsor, and you're going to work steps. And then that's going to be it, and you're going to get off probation, you know, and you're going to be a productive member of society again. You're not going to have cameras thrown in your face and write 250,000 words because you left out a cup. You know, like that is, you are on the set of a reality TV show and you are the sympathy card that is making the star of the show a good person for helping you. You're not the star of the show, brother, and you're never going to be. That family unit, it's not real. You're not in the family unit. The family unit is Madison, Patrick, whoever the house manager that week is, and Blue. It's the favorites. It's the group. You're never going to be that. If you have clout, you're going to give them clout for helping you. And then as soon as you're no longer valuable, we need somebody with another platform. Please don't be stupid, man. Don't be stupid. Please don't be stupid. Please don't be stupid, man. Use my situation as an example. I am not trying to, there's no GoFundMe. There's no nothing. I just went back to my normal life at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay because that's all I had all of my views before Graceland anyway. Right? It doesn't matter. You don't, bro. It's not the opportunity it's not this life-changing, sickest life that you could ever possibly have. There's no way that you could ever have a life this good without Graceland that they're trying to make you believe. When I got to that house, there was 30 fucking people in it. Graduates crawling the place. It was a completely different place. There's 5 residents now. There's 5 residents. Okay? Please understand. I had to go 90 days without a phone while they spent all of their time garnering attention and donations on the phone. In my name. That's what they're going to do to you, bro. That is what they're going to do to you.
They have me blocked on all social media platforms after literally having a camera in my face 24 hours a day for the past 6 months, bro. Your family, bro. We love you. You never have to leave, bro. Is that what you want? And I'm a vulnerable person that wants love. I don't care about being famous. Bro, attention on the internet has only brought problems to my life. It's brought a lot of money, don't get me wrong. Without me having to ask for it. Don't get me wrong. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm still fucking homeless, guys, because I've been having to use that money to live day to day. Hotels, what have you. I had an apartment. I had a job. I didn't even do battles. I just talked to my chat, just like we're doing right now. I'm sorry that the internet and TikTok all of this stuff is a giant cesspool of toxicity, manipulation. I'm just trying to be real. I don't owe this to anybody. I'm just trying to be real. It's all bad. It doesn't have to be bad. But most of what's happening right now on the internet there's not much wholesome things happening. It's people trying to make money left and right, guys. And it's just like, when the app was new, it didn't feel that way, but it's always been that way. And it's just much more easy to see now. I don't know what the fuck this is. Sorry. All right. You know those content creators that go out in public and they say, hey guys, we're in Kensington today and we're on Skid Row here in Kensington and I got some, me, just a regular non-homeless person walking around with a bag full of things that homeless people could find useful, like socks and foods and bottles of water and stuff. Well, they probably wouldn't have gotten this stuff without me anyway, so I'm sure they're not going to mind me filming it. So, hey buddy, how you doing? Looks like it's been a while since you had a shower here. I was wondering if you could use this stuff. Hey, did you mind looking at the camera? Hey, yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself. How'd you end up in this situation? That is what Graceland is. Except for you don't have to go out into the wild to find the homeless people. Yeah, you lure them in with the social media and they have to be at their worst, right? They have to be desperate. Lure them in, get them in. All right. Oh, hey buddy, welcome to Graceland. Welcome to the sobriety mansion. Yeah, tell us all your deepest, darkest secrets and how much of a piece of crap you were out there in your addiction 20 minutes ago when you were on the phone with us. And don't worry about this. No, this is fine. This is going to help people. No, we're not making any money off of this. Hey, you guys, you want to see Patrick Ridge's favorite angle to film from? You want to see his favorite angle to film from? All right, this is his favorite angle right here. All right, so something is happening. So the staff members have triggered one of the new residents. He's holding his Starbucks. I was even just fine before I met you. I drink too much and that's an issue, but I'm okay. I swear to God. And once you realize that every part of your day that was challenging was designed to stress you out for the camera, and wait till you realize that none of them care about the structure. None of them follow the structure. It's just crazy, man. All right, sub only. Sorry, yeah. Yep. while you are sitting quietly at a table with a pen in your hand, writing the tiniest words that you can fit on paper. They have to be turned in by, you have to be on the floor by 8 o'clock. Okay. Morning meditation. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You're going to be busy. That's pretty much your only time to get those words done before you're going to be busy with a bunch of other shit. All right. It's on purpose. Okay. So that way these will just stack up and stack up and stack up and stack. You're never going to beat this. You're never going to beat this unless you have favoritism, unless they love you, right? Unless they want you to make it. If it's more profitable for the camera for you to never make it out of this trap, you won't. That's why I wrote 250,000 words in 90 days on paper by hand for the camera. But this sick, awesome life by hand, guys. Itty bitty, tiny little words, because they have to be counted. They got to be counted. 25 words a line. I'm going to get, just in case you end up going, I would suggest try to fit 25 words. Do not repeat phrases, because they're going to call that out too. Let's just stay on top this time. Keep pushing, bro. This is temporary. The only limit you place is the ones you place on yourself. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Push past this, bro. Time to be a man. It works when you work it, not if you work it. Just fucking over and over again. Keep going, bro. Keep growing, bro. Stay safe. Get well. Stay well. Help others. Okay. Repeat that 150 times, 200, 500 times, to mix it up. You have to use your brain and not repeat the exact same phrase. Otherwise, you'll have to do it over again. They will make you do it over again. So that's why this takes so long. You might get lucky and you might have a big essay get passed because they felt like you spent enough time on reflections. They felt like a month on a table without speaking to a human being was enough time to say that you wrote 20, 30, or 40,000 words. Now you're allowed to go do your chore and talk to people. Now you're allowed to go and fucking be a part of the house again. Am I trying to get out of a lengthy prison sentence, or am I just trying to get sober? Because this is what they do at court-ordered programs, to where you're looking at 20 years or you can do this program. What the fuck is he thinking, bro? Anyways, 25 words a line, 2 lines per line. That's 100 words per blue line. That should be somewhere around 1,250 words per page. So 1,250 words, 1,250 words. This is just one essay. Look how little those words were at the top. That was 3 a line that time. I was like, nah, I think I'm going to stick with my little 2 a line. This is for stuff like being late to group or leaving a dish in the sink. It's 1,000 words for a dish in the sink. 1 spoon in the sink. Leave a cup out. Whatever. Things like that. So if that's what you think recovery is, if that's what you think, that's what you think it takes for a person to get sober, by all means, send your kid there. Have the cameras in his face. Don't worry about his future. Don't worry about his association with all of the ongoings. Because he's a famous Hollywood celebrity. He's a professional. He's a well-respected person in the community. Everybody takes Patrick seriously. Everybody loves him and respects him. So I'm sure that your loved one is going to be in great hands, just like I was. Because Patrick, he totally came through on all of those promises he made, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Life is just great. Yeah. That's why I'm starting over Square Zero again at yet another program. So I did Graceland twice. The first time I was there for 4 months. The second time I was there for 9 days, and he charged me thousands. I was there for 9 days, and he took thousands from me. Thousands. Yeah. Thousands. For 9 days. And I left. Because he said, oh, this time you're not even going to get your phone back. Yeah, you're going to stay. You're starting over your whole program. You're going to do it a whole nother year. Don't ever ask for your phone. You don't know the Patrick that is behind the camera when the camera's not rolling for the supporters and the donators to send money. You want to see who that person really is? I'm happy to show you. I'm happy to show you. Because they got mad that I was winning battles and that I made enough money to get stable. They got mad. They were watching me on TikTok the entire time. I went to another sober living house. They figured out which one. I believe that Madison is the reason why. I believe, because Madison doxed me. Madison doxed my place of business. Madison doxed my job. I believe that Madison and Pat and them, they figured out what... hold on one second. I'm coming. I've learned to keep some good shit to myself, but if y'all knew how fucking good I had it right this minute, y'all asses would be mad. And that's what sucks. Mad. And that's what sucks. Mad. And that's what sucks. I can't even share nothing cool with y'all. It's all good. I'm in a good fucking house, and I ain't gonna fuck it up. So this, if you have been paying attention to all that Graceland bullshit that I just went through, all that clown circus ass shit, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, but I'm going to be a normal person in a normal fucking recovery situation on my own platform now, and I want you to do a comparison. I want you to see the difference. What can we do to help? Now that I've went through this, right? I'm not mad that I'm not living in the grad house and going live on Patrick's page and all that stuff. That's not why I'm mad. I'm mad because he made Graceland seem like, okay, like, you know how like Kai Cenat has Streamers University? I thought the way that he's going to spin it that Graceland, every person in there is a personality. That's how he's going to spin it to you if you're a streamer or something, bro. He's going to spin it like, because so basically it's like you got to go through Graceland. That's the hard part. You go through Graceland and then you get to the opportunity of a job with Mr. Ridge and an opportunity to he's going to keep throwing that in your face about how nice the grad house is. It is night and day difference. Way nicer than Graceland. Okay, you're never going to go to the grad house. All right, there's not going to be more grad houses.
they can't even keep Graceland full, bro. The only way that Graceland isn't going to fail is if they completely change the structure. Completely change the structure, stop taking away people's phones. The words and all the bullshit have to be used for an emergency situation. And you got to stop secretly filming people and lying to them, you know, like it's not doing you any favors, man. You know, because you rely on people to want to come to your business. If they feel like they are being put in a liable situation, why would they come and give you business when there are other businesses that are going to be more quick and happy to accommodate them, to make them feel comfortable while they run up their insurance? You are wanting to run up their insurance and also make them uncomfortable. How is this sustainable? This is not the 1950s. Okay? People are not going to pay to be in pain. You got a couple of people to do it. All right, cool. That's why in 5 years you've had 25 graduates and you've had thousands of people come. Okay? People are not going to pay to be in pain. You got a couple of people to do it. All right, cool. That's why in 5 years you've had 25 graduates and you've had thousands of people come through. All right. Look up a place called Synacor. Okay? Look up a place called Synacor Foundation. Class action lawsuits. You know, this is the type they tell you man, I'm telling you, you have to be wary of these places, man. You have to be. So either they're going to turn into a legitimate sober living that's actually helping people, or they're going to completely shut down, man. Might not completely shut down. I don't want to see them completely shut down. I just want to see them change. I want to see them actually do what they say that they're doing for people. Helping people improve the quality of their life while getting sober and providing coping skills and tools to deal with their emotions in a sober state of mind. But they're not licensed or qualified to provide those things in the first place. Okay? And if you knew anything about the way that democratically ran sober livings operated, you would never trust your mentally ill family member in the hands of these people. You would never. My mom are updated with anything. The only time that they're going to reach out to you, feel like they might get in trouble if they don't. Or if it's an emergency situation. You guys have to understand, bro. Like, yeah, they didn't physically harm me or anything like that, but they made tens of thousands of dollars off of me by telling all of you guys watching that they were helping me and that I wasn't going to be homeless anymore, and all I had to do was go to their program, and that they were taking me in like family. I'm not the first person that they've done this to. I'm just the first person with the amount of views and engagement online that they've done this to. Okay? So it was their first time doing this to a person with my amount. I am not a social media influencer. They put that fucking shit on me so that way you guys would fall for it. Does that make sense? It's disgusting, bro. I could have turned into an influencer. You know what I'm saying? Like if everything would have went the way it was supposed to go, and I would have been, you know, in the gym and serious about my recovery, and I could have actually shook back the way, and it was a positive thing, and it wasn't all gross about the donations and money and stuff. I probably could have turned into something serious, you know, out there. It doesn't mean that I still can't out here, but you know, I maybe could have did something, you know, with the bullshit and capitalized off of it. But they are strategic. They are going to get as much attention on you as possible coming to their facility to take your phone for the next 2 months. So whatever traffic that was coming your way,
Your phone is locked up in the basement, bro, and you're not allowed to touch it. You're not allowed to ask for it. You will be put on a contract if you ask for it too many times. They'll keep it for 90 days, 4 months, 6 months. They don't care, bro. I promise you this is the way it was when I was there. All of that traffic that was coming to your pages, all of that support that was coming your way, it's now going to Graceland's live chat. It's now going to Patrick Ridge's live chat. You're not getting it back because the whole time that they're supposed to be taking care of you, behind your back, they're talking shit about you on the live. Yeah, and they're talking about all your deep, dark secrets. They're talking about all these things that is going to turn your supporters into their supporters because you wouldn't be where you're at today if it wasn't for Graceland helping you because you're just some unwanted piece of crap from the street. You don't understand what's happening. I understand what's happening. I've been quiet about it. I'm not fucking shutting up about it any goddamn more. Back to fucking South Carolina and my ex? No. Absolutely not. I had so many doors opening for me. Opportunities be thrown at me left and right. Patrick knew it. Patrick still knows it. Patrick would let me come back today. Patrick would love nothing more for me to come back to Graceland right now. I promise you that. He wants me to make videos saying that I don't mean the things that I say. I promise you, he does. He can't sue me. There's nothing that he can do, you know, but I can tell the truth. I don't have to lie. How's he going to sue me? You know what I'm saying? And the fucking NDA that is being signed, they break the fucking NDA every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stupid. All of it's stupid. It doesn't have to be that way. They could just actually help people and just actually have a cool community in the recovery community. People in LA don't even want Graceland coming to their meetings, bro. Like people, like, dude, the recovery... I never thought I was going to be one of these people on fucking TikTok having something negative to say about Graceland. I would literally look at these people like they were such fucking clowns when I would see them come in to Graceland and then leave and then go live talking about bullshit. I would be like, oh my God, Adina, what are you doing? Oh my God, so-and-so, what are you doing? Oh my, and now I see, bro. I stuck around long enough to see. Fuck that shit, bro. I wish I could have made it to that. What's that dude's name? B-Dubs or J-Dubs? Or I wish I could have made it to that fucking dude's program that was in Graceland, and he left, and he like started his own house, bro. Like, do you guys see what's going on? Patrick is so selfish. Oh, this is what I was going to show you guys. I wanted nothing more than to be involved in something good around people that were doing the most good. I wanted nothing more. You know what I'm saying? I wanted nothing more.
If you beat staff, you guys get pizza for dinner. And
I love you very much.
Yeah, he took that video down, didn't he?
course he did. He's not fucking stupid. He got a lot of backlash on that video and fucking took it down.
I cannot believe. Is it your girl?
No, listen, we have a girl.
So, okay, so I
The bottom.
tripping out. So, just explain anything. I literally.
Around one.
I'm gonna. Blue.
Yeah, he took that down.
San Francisco is the most.
He's not stupid. He gets manic.
To protect Wolf.
He gets manic and he'll say something and post something and then he'll see, oh shit, this is not a good look, and then he fucking takes it down. Who remembers the video to where he said, you guys are sending Nick money, winning battles. Why would you send a person who left my sober living money when you're supposed to be sending me that money? That's what the fuck he said to you. If I would have known anything about this man, I would have never associated myself with an individual like this.
Listen, Veronica doesn't. She is proud.
Poor Veronica. It didn't. I'm probably sure that it didn't always used to be this way. I bet you there was a time where Patrick helped people. I bet you there was a time where Patrick wasn't a bad person. I never even got to meet Veronica. Hold on.
I can help.
I wanted to be Pat's best friend, bro. I wanted to, not like take him away from anybody. I didn't want to take him away from Blue or take him away from Evan or take him away from Madison or anything like that. But I was going to be a fucking yes man for him. I was a yes man for him. Whatever he needed, I didn't try to outshine him. This is all ego. That's the problem with Pat. It's all ego and insecurity. Okay, he needs a younger guy to be around that has potential to get the attention, but his ego won't allow the younger guy, the new buzz person, he won't allow that individual to shine whatsoever for it to benefit that individual. It has to always benefit Pat. It has to. Who remembers the video where Evan was sharing, that he got to work with MGK? That was a big thing for Evan, man. That was a big thing for Evan.
I love you very much.
And the only reason why Patrick mentioned it is because, well, you know how he got that job. Well, you know how he got that opportunity. Well, if it wasn't for me, where would he be? Well, if it wasn't for me.
If you beat staff.
One of the most deserving, drama-free people. If anybody deserves clout and attention and opportunities, it's fucking Evan. Don't even see Ryan anymore. All right, here it is. Look.
You're emotional? Why? Because my name, you probably can't see it. It's on the end card of MGK's newest music video.
And how's that?
Because I went to shoot his friend's celebration of life.
How did that happen?
Drew Ridge.
So Ridge is my production company, but I don't have a whole lot to do with it.
Since he was producing and Pat was shooting, they started a company.
But
well, because of me, right? Right? Well, because he met me, and because I'm choosing to be his friend. This young man, right? Fuck, dude. Let's run through that one more time. I think it's
Live? No. Oh, okay. So, fun fact. Have you ever seen Hypercrush live? No.
Nobody fucking has ever heard of Hypercrush except for Jack, bro. Please stop mentioning that. It makes people feel very uncomfortable. Nobody's ever going to be interested in it. Nobody was ever interested in it. It was only one fan ever, and his name was Jack, and he's living in your sober living. And there isn't any proof saying that you didn't pay him to say that for the video. Okay?
You're emotional? Why?
Because my name, you probably can't see it. It's on the end card of MGK's newest music video.
And how's that?
Because I went to shoot his friend's celebration of life.
How did that happen?
Through Ridge.
So Ridge is my production company that I don't have a whole lot to do with.
Stu was producing and Pat was shooting. They started a company.
Couldn't just give him his moment. You know? He learned a new skill, and he got so good at the skill that he's working with real names. You know? And you couldn't just give him his moment. He got to shoot content for MGK, bro. You know what I mean? Yes, you might have facilitated that, and that's awesome. You know, but maybe mention that in a separate video. Maybe mention that in a live stream. You know, it didn't have to be, and then, you know, but you do you. It must be working out great for you. Everybody is lined up looking to work with you and be a resident at your sober living and film content with you. You know, I've only seen the biggest A-list celebrities hang out with Patrick Ridge. So I didn't know that they were A-list celebrities until the day that I met them. You know, it had to be mentioned 4 or 5 times, you know. Some obscure podcast. I'm sure that I would know it if I was an LA local, but because I didn't know, because I just moved here, I don't know about it yet. Okay. I'm on my phone 9 hours a day. There's not too much going on in these spaces that, you know, I'm not looking at least. You know what I mean? Like entertainment wise and like, you know, cool shit. Like, okay, you're telling me that you have a similar to Joe Rogan style podcast that everybody knows about, except for nobody in this room or nobody that I know has ever heard about it. But you talk about, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever, dude. I don't fucking know, dude. I just don't understand. Why can't it be like instead of sitting around and discussing how much clout you guys all have, why don't you sit around and pull up the drawing board and maybe discuss some ideas and put your heads together to make some content, to make some money, or attract some clients for either one of you. You know what I mean? Instead of whatever, dude. I don't fucking know, man. I just want you guys to be good people because I wanted to be a good person and I wanted to be around you guys while we're all being good people together. And I was like, you know, my social media is turning into some wild shit that I didn't even know that this was social media was like this. You guys get it because you guys are deeply involved in all of this shit. But I was looking at you guys like the good person. I was looking at you guys like a victim. I was looking at you guys like poor Graceland. How could anybody harass these people? Right? I was like, man, I'm right at home. I'm right in the right place. And yeah, the mask fell. If you're going to act like you care about people, especially people with mental health and especially people with like addictions, like you have to act that way around them all the time. You can't just act that way around them when you're live streaming them and filming them. You have to act that way around them all the time or they're not going to believe that you care about them. Case in point, me. So, if you think it's worth it for some temporary attention, this is going to be especially if you're new to social media and you haven't been through the fire yet. You haven't been through getting arrested, getting fucking tased. You haven't been through the real consequences that can come. The real consequences that can come
from people knowing about you on the internet. You know, it's a whole world that most of us are not prepared to explore, and the consequences are very real. It's not as harmless as you think, man. Like, I want to be one of those people that decided to reform themselves, and maybe I wasn't providing a lot of value on the app previously. I want to provide value. Will you guys please allow me the opportunity to come back with a better attitude and better shit to talk about? I'm not sitting here shilling off this fake sobriety detox IOP scam to line somebody's pockets. I'm sorry that I said a bunch of shit that I didn't mean while I was in it. While I was in it, I felt so obligated to say anything and everything to reflect good onto the individuals in power. I really hope you guys can understand that for a person like me that didn't have anything besides a motel room and a toxic relationship and a bunch of views on the internet, going to a place given to me, it sounded like the opportunity of a lifetime. And then I got there, and then I saw the truth, and then I experienced all of the contracting, and because I'm not new to recovery, I'm not new to structure, I'm not new to behavior modification. What new word did I learn this time? Delegate. All right, delegate was a new word. It wasn't the first time I heard it, but it was the first time I understood it, you know? So, other than that, I've written words. I've done chores. I've made beds. I've scrubbed baseboards, you know? It's an outdated structure. It does help some people, but the majority of people are going to rebel against it. The majority of people are not going to grow from that, man. You have to give the people something to work toward. You have to give the people something to work toward. And if what you're telling them that they're working toward is a room at the grad house and being friends with you, then you might want to make that as desirable as possible. And the way that you do that is the way that you carry yourself. And that fucking Midas touch, when you walk into a room, why the fuck would I sit here quietly writing hundreds of thousands of words while you go out and party with all your little LA friends? And then you're going to come here and talk to me like shit for the 30 minutes that you decided to show up to film a fucking TikTok throughout your day? And you're going to let Zach and Jose fucking treat me like shit and threaten to kick me out because to film a fucking TikTok throughout your day? And you're going to let Zach and Jose fucking treat me like shit and threaten to kick me out because I'm not fucking being a good boy today? Hell no, you got me fucked up. And you want me to pay thousands of dollars to write words and do chores for you? You got me so confused. I hope you feel the same way. I hope every single person that sees this video after it's been screen recorded and plastered all over the internet as awareness to prevent anyone else from being scammed, I hope that you would never. They got one payment out of me and they forced it out of me. They literally took me down into the basement, saw the money that I made on TikTok, connected their debit cards to my fucking PayPal on TikTok, bro. And said, let me get that. You're not leaving with that. We're keeping this. Yeah. And when it was time for me to go, Uber to a random McDonald's in the middle of Simi Valley.
But that's y'all's queen. Anything could have happened to me. Anything could have happened to me, man. Anything could have fucking happened to me, bro. Everything they told you was a fucking lie. They don't give a fuck about nothing besides going off and doing what the fuck they do all day and not having to deal with Graceland. Graceland is the cash cow. That's where they get all the money and the insurance and all this and that. And they go out and play all day. Come on, man. Don't be stupid. I had two choices. Stay there and become that. Or go back home with my tail between my legs and tell the truth about my experience. Well, the only part that I didn't do was the tail between my legs. Because I feel good about telling the truth. I feel good about fucking choosing what's right, man. Because what that means is that I was going to have to go out there. If I wanted to make it, bro, I was going to have to go out there and get a rad tee and be scamming people the exact same way that fucking they are. That's the only way to make it. Once you see what's going on, you either going to let it happen to you or you're going to start doing it to other people. That's what happened to Madison. She was one of the persons that it was happening to. Now she's doing it to people, bro. Okay? It's an industry. It's predatory. It's not meant to get you better. Okay? It's meant to keep you sick and keep them paid. All right, y'all.
Tony. And I'm in a recovery community. Hang out in my live chat and be here with me. All right. I'm sorry that the way that the past several months with all of this hype that was built around me played out. I would have never. It's all been so gross. Okay. So if you can conduct yourself, if you can have a good time here, please have a good time here. You know, like it's, hey, from Nashville, you're doing great. Hey there. Cashville was pretty cool when I visited. I met some like really cool like hate edge kids, kind of some like hate edge kids with like huge earlobes, and like Trevor Stranad from the Black Dahlia murder was still alive, and I think let's see what was going on at that time. Yo, what's up, Chewbacca? Hey there. We appreciate you for reporting on the news. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses, Chewbacca. It's so good to see you. I'm glad we're friends now, by the way. I went and did a deep dive on your page, and we appreciate all of the awareness that you're spreading here in the community. Thank you, Ariana, for the roses. Thank you, Christina, for the roses. I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, so the vocalist for the Black Dahlia murder was still alive, and I had long hair down to here back then. And let's see, I would just wake up and just like meet strangers on Facebook and just find a party to go to. And sometimes it would be like on a farm, somebody's farm in Tennessee, cornfields and stuff. I met a girl one time in Fayetteville, and she was just like, hey, do you want to be my boyfriend now? And I was like, yes, I do, actually. And because we were like talking and stuff, and you know, it didn't happen in the very first conversation, but she was like totally my type, you know, like at the time I pretty much, you know, only talked to like emo chicks and, you know, women that like were listening to the same kind of music that I was listening to, because back then that kind of thing mattered. And after you turn 30 years old, for some reason, it just seems not to matter anymore. I don't know why. It should matter. Things like that should matter. And she, so she was a security guard, and she was older than me. And her dad owned a farm. It was a huge farm with like acres. And he was growing some unorthodox crops on it too, I found out. That was pretty cool. And do you know what I did? My stupid ass. Do you know what I did? I went back home because I was bored on the farm. I was bored on the farm. This was before like the most traumatic parts of my life. I thought I was invincible, and I thought like living in a city, like a major city, was like the most exciting thing that you could possibly do. And I was like, I'm like, dude, I like this girl, and she's like awesome, and she's not really like asking me to do anything besides live in her house with her and her dad. And my stupid 18, 19-year-old ass couldn't handle it. And I fucking hate myself for it, because I'd probably still be there sitting pretty with the awesome chick on the farm in Tennessee. And who knows, I might not have ever ended up in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and hindsight's 2020. If I ever get an opportunity to live on a farm with an amazing woman again, I will never think twice. I will never think twice. I will go and be like, yo, where do I find the bales of hay? How do I clean out the horse stables properly? I'm bored. I need to go clean something, you know? I need to go feed an animal. I'm bored right now. You feel me? Like, what does your dad need help with? What does he need help with? I'm sure he's just out there listening to some old Conway Twitty, you know, fucking dusting off a couple Coors Light out in the barn by himself. What does he need from me, an able-bodied young man living on your property? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck was I thinking? The fuck? I want to leave Tennessee on a farm with the girlfriend. The cool girlfriend who's not a crackhead, who's attractive, with a great taste in music and a car, and who's putting up with my fucking shenanigans because she thinks I'm hot. Waking up next to her just because she likes me and she thinks I'm hot. And I get to live here now. And I say, oh, man, it's quiet. Peaceful. Fuck. Fucking peaceful over here, dude. I need to get back to that chaos, dude. I need to get back to I need to go to New Orleans. Yeah. Yeah, I need to go to New Orleans, you know? That's where I need to go. I fucking hate you, Nick. I fucking hate you, dude. You've ruined every good thing we've ever had. Yep. Yeah, it's your fault. Yep. Why? Exactly. Why? Why would you do that? Because you're stupid and you saw what happened and now you're fucking 32, starting fresh in yet another program with just a bunch of fucking stories to tell people. And don't be like your dad, man, and die full of regret, drinking away his sorrows in a bottle. No friends. Nobody cares. Nobody expects any different from you, because that's just what you do. You just get drunk and, you know, waste away. That can't be my story, and it shouldn't be your story either, bro. Just because your dad or your brother or your ex-husband or somebody like that did it, doesn't mean you have to do it. Doesn't mean anybody close to you has to do it. So, I have to figure out a way to cope. The gym works pretty good for me, usually. Community, having people, having places to be. A job is a great start. Job is a great start. I'm in a new place in the upstate that I'm not familiar with. I'm from Greer. I grew up, actually, believe it or not, I grew up in Welford. Mix. I grew up a little bit in TR, a little bit in Taylor's, a little bit in Welford, a little bit... Divorced parents, so like, you know, on the weekends that I would have visitation, I would go to like, you know, before they moved to Greer, I would go to Spartanburg, and that's where I would have my visitation. I had like a double wide out. Inman. I don't know if you guys know. Who remembers Inman Skate Park? Did you used to be in Asheville? I was close to Asheville, actually. You worked in Inman? What's up, Charlie Keys? It's good to see you today. No, I'm not trying to paint a picture that I've had a hard life. I'm just sharing an experience with you because hopefully if I say words like Inman, Spartanburg, Inman Skate Park, then I'm going to, the FYP is going to bring people that are aware of these places to my chat, and maybe I can make some new friends, you know. What's up, Kylie? Loved the skate park. I did too. Like I told you guys earlier, I'm in a really good house and I've got some connections for jobs and stuff. I'm not going to want for anything. I'm not going to want or need for anything. All I have to do is wake up and do the right thing. So... what's up, guys? I have to deal with a lot of trolls right now because I don't have trustworthy mods. Hold on. Settings. Moderators. Remove. Remove. I'm removing all of my moderators, guys. Sorry. It is just probably the safest thing for me to do. Except for Charlie Keys. Charlie Keys gets to stay. Charlie Keys gets to stay. Everybody, and I do mean everybody. Crazy Care gets to stay. Andrew gets to stay. Poodle Tucker gets to stay. Charlie Keys gets to stay. Trustworthy people. All right. I am starting fresh in life. Okay. I just got to this new place yesterday. Okay. Yo, what is up? Uncle Xander. I'm gonna give you moderator access just for like when things get like really hairy for me, and maybe you pop in and you know how to do it. It's up to you, but you're one of the only people that I know in real life that I trust, and I love you very much, and you know, maybe we can find some ways to help each other, spend some time together. I'm sorry for all the crazy shit that's been happening these past 2 years, but I'm going to make a promise to you, and I've made this promise to you before, but I'm going to keep it this time. And it's pretty much the only thing that you've asked me to do since we've been... You didn't really care about anything else that I've done on the internet. You know, don't be on drugs, right? Obvious. But I never wanted to let go of my codependency, no matter how bad it got for me. And I'm ready to make that promise to you and to all of the other people in the chat that I'm not going to revisit those situations. I'm actually going to give myself a true fresh start. I'm not going to spend time
talking badly about people. Everybody knows what the fuck happened, and everybody knows what's been going on. Everybody knows that I'm actually not that fucking bad of a person. I just keep allowing myself to be put in stupid, avoidable situations that lead to inevitable consequences that I knew that I was going to face before entering into the situation again. So I'm ready to get back to the person that you met, where it was just, we went to work and we went to the gym and we cut up and had a good time and ate some good food and woke up and did it again the next day, you know? And it's been some serious growing pains, but some people never go through, some people never grow from the pain, you know? And so we can be two people that used to be friends, you know, Xander, and couldn't be grown men enough to have a adult conversation and figure out why we're not friends anymore. Or I can take a look at my behavior that pushed you away and take things one day at a time, you know, because you were a really good friend to me, man. And I apologize for putting you in crazy situations when you have a really good name in Greenville and everybody loves you in Greenville. And being my friend made a lot of people second guess being your friend. And that's awful. And I'm sorry. I could have been so much further in a lot of ways a long time ago, but because I chose to stay stuck in my codependency and stay stuck in a victim mindset, it became your problem and everybody else's problem. And now I'm isolated and all alone. What's the longest you've held a job? Me and Xander worked at a job, a hard fucking job, together for over a year. Where Xander watched me wake up dog tired every fucking day, sober, no kratom, no nothing, no testosterone, no nothing, to go work my fucking ass off and then go be with him after work in the gym. That's 1 year at a place we worked together. We didn't get the job together after I'd already been working at another company that nobody wanted to work at for 2 years in Greenville. It's called House of Rayford. It's a chicken processing plant. And I worked there for 2 years as a shoulder cutter, which is one of the highest paying jobs in production. And it's also one of the most labor intensive jobs in production. It's one of the ones that'll take a finger from you too. You gotta be careful. So I've been working since I was 17, officially working for a company since I was 18. I worked in a bar from the age of 18 until I was 25. From the age of 26 until my current age now, I've been working manual labor. I never had to work manual labor before because I worked in the bars. I had an addiction that turned into a serious problem, led to serious consequences. I can no longer work in those environments anymore and have a good quality of life, a safe life. Can't have a safe life working in a bar. Okay. So I had to learn how to work real jobs, and I had to learn how to do real work. And people like Xander in the chat are what got me through, you know. A lot of it, you can ask Xander. Don't pride yourself on being, but see, that was the thing. I had kind of there's no pride in working harder than what you're worth. Okay. And I was taking pride in being able to fucking sacrifice my fucking time and body. Work is work. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Work is work, but don't get taken advantage of. Okay? If you see that you're about to go do $35 an hour worth of work and this person only wants to pay you $11 an hour and you're risking your life for it, tell me how that's fair. Tell me how you're lazy because you don't want to get scammed. Do I want kids? Yes. Am I ready for kids right this minute of my own? Am I ready to bring a child into this world right this minute? I don't think anybody is, to be honest. I don't think anybody is fully prepared and is totally ready to embark on the journey of parenthood. But I don't think it would be a fair or a wise decision for me to actively try to get somebody booed up and babied up with a little Nicholas inside of them with the current state of things the way they are in my life. Okay? I think you can wait another year, 2 years. Is 35 too old to be a new dad? What? I saw that comment. I need therapy for sure. I don't know too many men that are going to just be like, yes, I need therapy. I know I need therapy. Mm-hmm. 33 with no kids and looking great, Christina. Miss Christina Marie. Look great. Swole Nicole, what's up? Is that the real Swole Nicole? Is that Sasha from Reddit? Heather Marie. Isn't that the same person that I just looked at? Wait. Christina Marie? Heather Marie. I'm pretty sure it's the same person. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same. No, wait. No, because I'm actually confused. No, because why do they have both blonde hair and similar faces? You guys are trolling me. Okay, so this one says, yeah, you can have more than one. What we're doing right now, this is what they've been working so hard to prevent. Giggling and trying to see if two of the Maries is actually the same person. This is what Graceland and Patrick and all of these people and all of these words and all of these rules have been trying to prevent me from getting to. All of these months of hard work, gaslighting and manipulation has literally just been trying to prevent me
from having a few laughs in my fucking live chat, hanging out with you guys privately. Because that's all I'm going to do with my fucking phone this whole goddamn time. I was just going to be in my damn room, do my chores and my structure and whatever the fuck Patrick asked me to do, and then come hang out with you guys. And then whenever I got a girlfriend and I was allowed to date, I was going to go. Wait, there's this other shiny opportunity over here. Oh, better abandon Graceland and go chase this shiny opportunity over here, because now this mansion in Agora Hills and this hot tub and this like this food and like these weights and all of this isn't enough for me now. Now I need more. No, I was going to be content. And I just wanted to have my phone and have some friends and have a way to make, I had the safe place. Okay, safe place, Graceland. They're not going to hold the social media bullshit against me. If anything, they encourage it. Okay. Now, all right, we're getting clean, we're getting healthy, we're making good choices, we're actually sober, building the physique, we are fucking handling business, we're ready to start meeting people again. Hey chat, what's going on? We're not crashing out anymore. Oh, I live in Agora now. Oh, you're familiar with the area because you live 10 minutes down the road. You're not a crackhead. Oh, that's awesome. You got things to lose if something bad happens to me. That is great. That's great news. That's great news, because I would never do anything to even remotely want to make you feel uncomfortable. I would hope that you would never want to do anything to harm me, because that's my only concern is please don't hurt me. Don't poison me. Don't cart me off and you know, have me turn up on a poster board. That is my only concern, and that has been my biggest fear this entire time. You've never been put in a situation to where you've woke up around strangers not wondering how you got there? Okay, cool. You don't think it could happen to you? Okay, cool. That's fine. It could absolutely happen to you. It could absolutely happen to you. It could happen to anybody. All right? Especially when there's all this attention surrounding an individual, right? You got all these people gathering in one place and there's a lot of negative vibes in the air. What could possibly go wrong? Because he doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a way to protect himself. How is he going to protect himself against a person with a firearm? He can't even carry a firearm legally. Doesn't mean that he doesn't, but I'm just saying, he can't even carry one legally. What is he going to do? He's going to fall victim to whatever happens to him. Yep. That's what you guys need to understand, that it's been this serious this entire time. It's been this serious this entire time. A lot of the times when I go live, it's just simply to protect myself, because I'm hoping that whoever is outside that door wouldn't be stupid enough to commit the crime on a live stream. Does that make sense? Like, that's like do you guys remember when I had to like head up? Yeah, head up, homie. Bro, when I got all these, I have a fucking lazy eye, guys. Deal with it. All right? Deal with it. I'm sober. Okay? Whether or not you're willing to accept that today or not, I'm day one in my fucking sobriety again. I will be transparent. 7-0 is one of the most addictive things that you could buy legally today. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, bro. 7-0 is so fucking addictive, bro. Day one off of 7-0. I've been literally just hanging out with Mariah in a damn room. She's been feeding me a fucking dream. We're about to get moved into our apartment again, baby. Just send me all your money every single time you get one. And as soon as we have enough, we're going to get moved in. I knew what the fuck she was doing. But I had to hope that maybe, just maybe. Oh, you don't believe me? Maybe, just maybe, me and her could actually come out on top in that situation. You know?
And the whole time she was seeing her ex, the other guy that she sees and sleeps with and stuff. And she was treating me like, I have all the text messages and stuff. But $14,558. The last time I showed you guys that, it only said 10,000, and that was a few months ago. So I've sent her thousands of dollars just in the past couple of weeks, thinking that I was getting moved into an apartment with her. You want to know where the orientation of the job I was going to? I was going to go work at Walmart. Okay? Like, I was going to go work at fucking Walmart. I was going to go be her literal, like, I was just, like, I felt bad for everything that happened, and I wanted it all not to be bullshit, man. So she had the bright idea of, all right, well, he's coming home. I'm going to get as much money as I possibly can out of his ass. And he's doing with the other dude, bro. I didn't owe her any money, bro. Hold on. Guess what, guys? I'm going to continue talking about this, and I'm taking away you guys' comment section. You can get your comment section back when I have 500,000 likes. Get to tapping. Get to tapping. Now, anyways, like I was saying, for the past several weeks, I have been trying to work things out with my ex. The one that you guys think is such an amazing person. She is an amazing person. She is. And I want her to continue to be an amazing person. I don't have a single bad thing to say about her. I only wish the best for her in her life. But I thought, and I don't know if this is legal or not, she told me, hey, we're going to work things out. I love you. I care about you. I'm going to save all the money. You're going to send me all the money. And we're going to get a place. We even went to a leasing office. We did all of the things that would lead to me thinking that me and my ex were working things out and we're getting moved into a place. My sister knew, my mom knew, everybody knew. What can they do about it? What can anyone do about it? All I can do is share my experience with you, show you that over the past, let's see the dates on these transactions. I sent her $60, love me. Then I sent her $70, love me. Then I sent her $50, love me, all in the same day. Then I sent her $50 more, I love you. And then I sent her $100 more, money. Then I sent her $100 more, love me. Then I sent her $20 for her Uber to work. Then I sent her $50, I love you. Then I sent her $50, I love you, all in the same day. Be nice to me now, please, for $65. Please stop yelling at me. I'll give you $65. Every dollar I send tonight is to Stack. Angel number for my angel. That's why she doesn't want me on social media. That's why all these people need me to be quiet, is because this needs to be able to continue to happen without them having to put any effort into treating me fairly. And you guys want to believe that I'm mistreating somebody. I said, I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. And I'm not going to react. I'm going to take it on the chin, because I'm going to use this opportunity to learn. If you're telling me you love me, it will come out in your actions. It will show. There won't be no way that you can hide it. I won't have to ask. If money is going to make you love me, have all of it. Love me, have all of it. Normal life, fuck the phone. None of it was enough. So, 3 years of my life, I have to learn from this 3 years, so that way I can have the rest of my life to enjoy with a person that bro, I don't have it. All I had was a work ethic and a couple views on TikTok, and she had a house and some bills that needed to get paid. So what's my ass gonna do? Go to work, bring the paycheck home, pay that bill for her, because I need to wake up next to her, because I'm lonely and I'm young and I'm full of testosterone, and nobody else wants my ass. Well, let's make him look like shit. Be useful to any other woman. We need to scare away any of the other women, right? We need to make people hate his ass so I can keep him all to myself. We're going to beat him up so fucking bad mentally that he's not even going to go try. He ain't even going to try to talk to somebody else. Drain his fucking ass. Mental abuse is worse than physical abuse ever will be, guys. Not a single transaction from her. Come on. So if you have a relationship, sent your partner $14,558.38, and they sent you $1,300 of your own money, I would probably maybe consider downloading another dating app, maybe going back to that same bar that you met her at, wherever it is, church, wherever it is, and maybe having a conversation with a new person, man, because the evidence is showing me that this person is only interested in you for one reason. What does this person do for you? Does this person light up your life, bro? If the answer is even a question that you couldn't even go one moment without this individual, bro, you need to let that go and move on. Okay? Because I need to let that go and move on, because I hate myself so badly that I'll chase this. I'm so sick in my head, I'll chase this. I'll make myself believe that this is the best that I can do. Please don't be like that, my friend. Please don't be like that, okay? You need to love yourself, and you need to let people be in your life that are there to love you. And the only way that there's going to be people in your life that are there to love you is if you love yourself first. You're never going to attract anything besides what you're getting, bro. And I'm saying this to you because I'm looking in my own damn eyes. That's why the comment section's off, man. Because if you're seeing this right now, it's for you. Because it's for me. Because it's my fucking situation. And if you relate to my situation, you're in trouble, Bubba. If you relate to my situation in the love life department, bro, you need to run fast. You need to run fast.
All right, this ain't about me getting followers or getting nobody to feel sorry for me. This is me waking the fuck up. No amount of attention, physical intimacy is worth it. You are doing so much damage to yourself, and it's going to affect you in ways that you are not ready to deal with. People take their own because of things like this. Okay? And I've said enough. Okay? So there you go. There's your explanation. That's what's going on. And I'm fucking far away from that, and I'm safe, and I'm ready to make new friends and get a new job and have a new fresh start. And I'm ready to never talk about this shit ever again unless it helps somebody and unless it needs to be talked about. We've done this for quite some time now, and enough is enough. It's almost like she pops back in to just keep herself relevant, so that way the T pages have something to talk about, you know. The whole time I look like a fucking ass clown thinking that I'm going to get some love out of the situation. Okay? All right. Stop feeling sorry for ourselves and go check our inbox and make some new friends.
Tiny.